Emfa wemra ye na party no e wo ne fapem yeah ti party no be yi nipa ye wi a adwuma e da party no say ye nyina be kwakoton nipa me ntimi ntran ka say ye say emfa de Ghana for we dey hu de Ghana for pe we dey na why ye say Ghana for we asimesi no pa na obentim no pe we are a political party. There's something called leadership.
GH
Party no the nipa no betu yensem ye ko kan sem wi no mato na ye yi baako na ye ko convince Ghana for say de de ne bani na hoodin ni say ni senti monto abama no
yeah
na propaganda bi e dia tum say da simesi no obentin bi de now streets no what are the streets and then there's no leadership
yeah
na sa na pedia ne nko fa me madam for Chatawale on no be gina bonto nipa nyina be puaba
kwabena je Japan wadwa na ne kwabena je Japan a kire say yes se opam ohufo a woto ne barima abusanfo amamo akwaba ubisam se de na asie miwi aba miwi bemba ye kan ye se de sabio ne campaign nkono last days are dangerous ye kayana ye moa ejana no edren especially ejana e toko kene Japan camp no miwi aba di ma ano edren say de ye hu ne say ensema kene dia kan nyina during the campaign obia ansa no enne na amanfo ahyase a obia to ne de edemane no yewura kwabena je Japan say druba bi o say ehwe kene de Japan na nim na yanka no kora nkyere ne say odi nsemfo that was nka mentwe say masa stock food kwabena je Japan odwa o say kene de Japan should understand say party ni yene de Are ungrateful? The party ayama no enye ho ayoyie ene de owo mi ensem no mu edene pa muso do enye me na make kwabena je Japan na eka one of the aspirant omugina delegacy anim say yento aba ma omo mu baako no medi party na nim no kwabena je Japan ene de nsem we ya begu abontre say Canada Japan ye ungrateful. And the way our conduct on hono, ehia se yebe man nchire mu kakra e 1 pp amanyo kono ne history no e wo se won pe bi ntie e wo kwan obefa so obekasa e wo nipa domanim kwabran je Japan fa Canada Japan ho anche no kura aka na adwene de akire ne ye pa se sabio eduba bia e wo se wate se o si street CM fanemra Papa say who are the street? Mia, kwabra je Japan ni buafu pa. Ye bo video we so a. Ibasa kotie asensu bu ache nso. What throw fire kese pa. Eda koma Canada Japan camp. Asem no mu edre. Eno se be botie. Wa cheche Canada Japan asi ye pa. Ye fro nso ane ye ko munsa dan kwa nso sese. O se awanwade bia ne ho betimi age Canada Japan kwa on this 31st December, 31st January election. I said there is no miracle. I want one dear beer anywhere between me and Makene Japan Timia. I had done there for you, Doctor Alahaji Mahamadu Aomia. Ras Media GH. No, so subscribe, Francis Adomano, so said I buy life for one, sir, ever can video be no about Bekayo. Yenti and Sama Kwabena Japan, but be all the food ya or the Koduru Pempenswa. Na all country at the Chile Canada Japan. Yaba, near Betty as a super watching so, the worker at the Chile MPP delegates.
India Koso, and Tibinia Konya say, and answer me, Bitin Kakra. I'm not being imprisoned by the past. There be yes, sir. Nanso so, yes, you wouldn't baby a free bar. One here or Nimu Kono, obey Racoin. Intermediate party, yeah, no, to watch it, any day, Kasapa, and Kaboom. And no ma party no be hama kwame to obi aka say MPP for the omi akrachi for party omi ne peta e bona e se kotu dey be crowd esre enti because na e kasa hote na anidie wo ho na enkabom wo ho na ebuo wo ho na ye dwene party no ho dwen say yen individuals no na mentia say de ekoso my campaign from a Dubai time. Me and my participated 2007. I was the youngest of the 17 aspirants. 2023 na meka ho. Now the akoso ekrade and also nipa 5 be. Obeka say, I MPP na me woman ni ana. Se penimu ye MPP ni. Kujina platform so na wa horo unua MPP ni aye to abaye num den abako na be weni. Ye nya nto aba obi anim de obe weni. Manfo betima ye didi city ompe. Nipa woda anajo kwame na wani kata ebesi se obobo brima sorry no de esi wuni madam dabi leche se ye control ye ho nyame ne boy esi ye gi nyame so di so enti se eda no bedru na obefhwa ballot paper se nipa no betima se ho de amakob na agyapong se be fa ba bi o obi anim de ebesi enti ani die na se ye de man ho na ye koto aban wia the C92, the C98, no yetimi ayi bisa. Because 92 year ran young executive forum aneke. Do do na ne support to safodu. A free say 1979 ye mucha ye UNC jinafa, PF jinafa, UNC Pauli Obeda Samoa, Alaji Drusu Mahama, any a friend say Papa Krana Mire Aram Ponsanum, Ninano UNC. Any a Dubai. Munyina no mo UNC agama enso ba PF ya Mr. Kufo Victor Osuni leader Safo Edu Sel binom ne ade enti yen kola no de we UNC fo no kotare lima eche otimi BTV to ya nenso edu 92 no yesi debi yensu e bibi free sa empapa mu na ma lima beti president obi amra enti ye de na ke pese PF ni weni nenso so emre bia ni city politics na etimi pie saa time Rollins bichinchimi ensa krum ha yi hununti penimo otimi bone mu kasa ya Ghana shiki breaking the culture of silence delivered that famous speech the Ghanaian Sphinx Professor Dubois enti onona party photo abamano yiwi ade asafo duye otami nyina komane trinkwa wiye se medem mranti midomu jawo so and not saying kabum ye to abawi o lego man tada say we sell binipa we kodu nipa we adisi nipa ye ni enye ne sa ye to we de be yi no ni nyina de akoma pa enua do ya ho de ne de atanachi na this time bit mesisa enu na make no kasa ni bi across the red line kasa ni bi across the red line enti womunya propaganda na ebinumo ye ena yesi nkrofoti fitem ena weti yesi emfa wemra ye na ye party no ewo ne fapim ti party no be yi nipa yewia adwuma eda party no se yenyina be kwakoton nipa no me ntimi ntran ka se yesi emfa de Ghana for we de hu de Ghana for pe wadi na why chese Ghana for we asimesi no pa na obentim no pe. We are a political party. There's something called leadership. Party no the aim nipa no betu ensem. Ye ko kan se mi no mato na yi baako. Na ya ko convince Ghana for say the edine bani na ho odin ni say ni senti monto abama no. Na propaganda bi e dia tum say that simesi no obentin bi de now streets no, what are the streets? And then there's no leadership. Na sane e pedia ne nko fa me madam for Chatawale on no begina bonto nipa nyina be puaba on e popular anase Stone Boy anase Sakode anase Mboa Kwame
Segalumba tasia
me hero Daddy Lumba ankwani so tiasia se na onde ka on be the president and so on e bo nyuma Akufo-Addo enti bibia politics and running a government is not like business to munya sansem oni ekeka no. Running a government is not like business or personal business. Running a government, you need a lot of things.
What's the difference here?
The difference here is first and foremost, unhiya subai, unhiya nyansa, unhiya abotre, unhiya enidi.
But how are people?
You need all that to be able to run the government. After all, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah started the industrial base of this country, so no new businessman.
No,
and I know only business. And I know any business. And Tienya is a casano. Sasanity there. Say Sika any business. A Kadango any president. Nigeria. Bill Gates ne president America and as Elon Musk kasa so free South Africa yes I did it na me no me campaign me pese me bo obedient na say but niam ne bi ya ebufu kakra nipa ni bi kasa no ya ebufu kakra kasa te se de ye ne o party ni ye ho so ho dem chiro no na kasa ni bi ho a emfata eni die dim emfa ebusu so emma so because we are see kwame nyankopon e free bibi destiny so niema PC we are see enti edru se abato se de obetimi ayere na waka timi de menam me two party for no for especially se abano aye to 2024 no yeah party for can say bi kire President Akufo-Addo onya 6.7 million plus President Mahama nya 6.2 2020 come 2024 President Mahama less than 200 no de be can dey see yes we nya 200 ka 6.7 no ketwa mu 700 a tiba fm 4.6 over 2 million difference
at a time where the voter register
had gone up. The tier ya ne say 2 million unreflective of President Mahama dim. She say nkrofo no mbu efu no mutifie. No maka se mwachire. Ti ese ye di aso etie ete wonase. Ni say nti no MPP ni betima ka say me nto aba mpese ma me party ba opposition. Na she say neme because wa anye ne de. Enti se neme ya koso na anye ne de because bi amamu no neme bi ye nyina nim se wiase nyina abaye den. COVID, war across Europe, banking crisis that happened in Ghana. And no the way we managed it, I criticized it. Because me said, not banks, no say a mom liquidity of about 8-9 billion, they can survive and then and turn things around. So that there will be no loss of jobs near there. So, a baby I say, now for young Korea, you say I spent 25 billion. Na there are good banks I didn't think economically it was the best decision. Until I was one of the few people in June 2022 publicly me catch Mampeni say Mampeni Akufo-Addo me de fam say wakola anime. We are campaign 1998 me na me di with him. I was your first campaign manager. As some American is from the bottom of my heart. Sisan omo manage economy no my. That was June 2022. That time I could do 7. I'm a say economic management. It will be any quantifiable. A friend of business confidence. Say and we are shattered, but we are who till you remove those who are managing the economy. 6 months later, and sana a parliamentarian say, to the American say, no, I'm so say 88 to 70 say, Bibisa enkusi. So me can say my atias say baby a one. Any heat be a back competition no ma me share dante ase. Any anon be a atra baby timi kasakra me ko kan se bi wo ho kafo ne ade. That is not how politics should be conducted. So enti say e betimi atra e nan say e kosan peace party. I had reason to say on a station say it may be too little too late. But it's better late than never. So, because for over 6 months, the Nema Koso party form penny for my hang. Ni sentina Professor Fifor what you can say when fated more came. So them because the Nema Nakoso not saying there penny no kind. So until there should be equity. So there should be equity. I buy the bobano and no one is the botechi. Until if you are selective in the delivery of justice and the enforcement of discipline, Emma and Crawford and take you serious.
But do you take time to look through peace pact?
Of course, now say first and foremost, peace pact and okay. In fact, in the folder now the brain, Okoto forms na
okay.
They've given you 5-6 a year. Say, will sign, endorse and get a witness. And we are representative for filing. Why endorse we? In fact, 2023 we did the same thing, but no man who did it.
Okay.
Enti em se pani ba ku free mu ko independent no mfu se nkae hu dede magana fo nyina hu se wo do won sa hye krata ase a ebi a ko nya ho kukudro se mawie masan bibi but I'm ignoring my own signature. That would have brought public credibility. So enti say okay, committee no decide say you know say assign that day nanso ye pese e public e di nya witnesses. So time them say me campaign manager and me director of operations spend a sign. Pese party penning for former presidency me no nyina account. That is the only difference. And almost the soft copy Brian days before.
Okay.
So I will me phone so I'm say me jaw kem show the data. Yamo secretary of the committee they buy. Enti medium fuse the course no, it was just a PR gimmick. Ne just engrow. Ne na say na munya mo de mo cameras kusini so. Ya ko ma twa photo ka say enka ho. Enti the trick no you see e adwuma. The whole country's lenses were trained on him.
But it didn't end there. What's to say he's on platform to say even those are more tout to say.
Me say o kan sa asem na emi nwanwa.
Yeah.
Now, actually, I think we have to call the bluff of Kennedy Agyapong. We studio, I mean, no one can be that.
Yeah.
Now, me and I say to say young him. Young him, ni assign IMF, T, ni assign our debt round. Sakasana emphata, no nyai. Idea why ya no be en kind of inti. There be no koso ye. I try to correct him because I'm a custodian of the history of our party.
Yeah.
Me traum will be me good party ntia. Asema how can say no kre. And so okay. Idea no complain about. Clause nature say ye to abana eso accept it. Is there? Oh cousin say one person sign because it be an SCU. And chairman no kase entina ye said during the presidential process. One, say kase mimi agent will be a print ballot.
Yeah.
Enti woso agent eso we also appointed 2 agents for every polling station. Omo enti na say be asem obati say o say onya 114 or 104 and 14. None the agent or whatever. Where is the document to prove what he said? Where is the document to prove what he said? Enti oyobia ope explosive talk no be enka hwe sa na obegina television so twa trotto me kwabena Japan so say me makukum Adams or Tamale and I'm refi wa mesu anyi ni glasses amofo asema onim say enye no kre. Has he apologized to me? Where was the evidence of what he was saying? Catch and say national security protection when it was never true. I've never asked for protection from national security, but it was all part of a calculated attempt. Say, on say me then penny phones on motion no o man cantino. O course yes, say many pola focus sa. Nenyankupon, yes, ucha. Yes, a friend is a karma, law of karma.
Yeah. So to bobo there, it bounce back to you.
And then the one in econo, so no coffee and free in buy. Anami boa we are say utu edubone ebika wano utu edubone ebika wano
on the corner.
Oh yes.
Now I like the way you coined it.
Yes, enti kwabena Agyapong I am justice we Ken what's open and ubetu bigger. Yes, why Yamanapro so it has become excess, and people are ready today and tomorrow to tell you the truth in your face. Well, and to kwabena Agyapong say no war eka edichire Kennedy Agyapong that inside. Yenya ye ni Musa Dankwa you be our Jini Dimpa. Who election post ho. And I know copy mu ewo asempa ekosi sen. Ena obi bisa ne se ono wase waye hwehwemu na Kennedy Agyapong ebenwe ni ana abusua ti asema papa yi ekan. Ose Kennedy Agyapong se yekofa sabio Yesu kura ma ne betena yekofa Yesu kura betena police station hwa Kennedy ntimi we no. I say there is no miracle that can save Kennedy Agyapong. Hit you with the
You are clear in your mind, say the one say election way throw out that conflict between science and data and prophecy.
Yes.
This election has been really fought on those two fronts.
Yes.
By you sitting here as a pollster, you are clear in your mind, say science and data will trump prophecy on Saturday.
Obi, I'm a Muslim.
Yes.
God does miracles. Yes, we believe in miracles.
Yes.
But miracles are not just common like that.
Yeah.
And we're living in a physical world. Elections are physical matters where some printing happens and some votes are cancelled because it's not in the year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But when we are praying as Muslims, the Empire said, a good leader for us. We don't predict who is going to. We just pray, say, may God give us
A good leader.
That's where we end it at. Yes, people can dream. Not every dream comes true.
Yeah.
And my caution is that why do we get conflicting prophecies if it is coming from the same
The
source?
same source.
So yes, but physically science is more reliable. Even the Vatican will prefer to use the data
Than rely on
some prophecy from anybody.
Absolutely. But
Vatican.
do you believe, sir, because as somebody who believe in miracles, no? Do you believe, sir, miracles can just maybe make nonsense of what you've done
Obi,
on Saturday?
unless
maybe
on that Saturday, God confuses people who were going to look for me. That's a miracle, isn't it?
I think I'm going to confuse you.
Oh yes.
And yes, I ain't see.
That's the only miracle that will happen. And I said, you see, they will not come and thumbprint and for God somewhere in the miraculously change the thumbprint to a different position. The only thing that could happen, which is possibility, which is a miracle, that they wake up one day and
just on Saturday and that's
miracle. That's miracle.
Which is a possibility.
That's a possibility. That's the only miracle that can happen.
And yes, normally I'm quite ballot paper and
nothing will change.
Nothing will change.
No. Obi, I have done this work long enough. When I'm not certain about data, I caution it.
Yeah.
The last time I cautioned the data was Asenov.
Asenov, yes.
And even that, when I was pushed, I said in the end, NDC will win the seat. But the numbers were looking very uncertain.
Yeah.
That I couldn't put my neck on it. But when I was pushed, I said, knowing what I know, and
NDC will win
the seat.
But for this poll, what track you over 5 months, Nadia, you are certain more than the word certain that it is Baumia.
According to methodology,
yes,
99.9.
99.9. I saw it, and that's quite rare.
That's the confidence level.
Sure.
Etabusa se utie seba yewura. Ai. Papa ya wajini din in post no ekana. There's a Kennedy Agyapong can go home and sleep. Aye, because Okosroba from Kurana, he can never win. I say any sad and I just say, and conform my class on Batoba Mado Baumiano, or Mono Zebio, I did be see or Mumu or your time, a she mutim or Dr. Omianim, and yes, idea there is nothing that can change the results are in favor of Dr. Baumia. Now, one fancy why young couldn't cook as some for or sign car at the car home.
Oh, there be not a slightest vein in my blood is shaking.
We are sure.
Absolutely sure. I had a friend who WhatsApp me this afternoon.
Yes.
From the central region.
Okay.
Was saying to me that no say no. Me say me am who prabe mada. Me did na wo di show. On kala kuma tuni na nothing will happen.
Really?
Yes.
Do you believe, sir, spirituality ever influence on electoral outcomes ever Ghana?
I think
Spirituality, prophecies, ever influence on electoral outcomes?
sincerely, I don't think it will change the outcome, even if they prophesize this way or that way. Because Omo Anamuka said, the voice of the people
Is the voice of God.
and if most of the people are speaking this way, why would God go the other way? That's my answer to them. And if we sincerely believed that we spoke to these people,
Yes.
and this number of people are saying this, then that must be the voice of God.
In the end, me putti a note be out. Say NPP delegates across the country wa global info analytics are contacted for the purpose of a survey for Udimbra Yebenya names.
Absolutely.
We are sure.
Absolutely.
Our MPP
Delegate, yes.
Our global info are contacted
Because we have the album.
Okay.
We have the MPP album. And we placed these calls to these delegates. These are polling station executives.
Album na munya ena numbers ka ho.
Yes.
Omo phone numbers
Yes.
ka ho.
Yes. Every delegate in phone number ka ho. From all the constituencies. Omo ye polling station level no. We didn't consider the constituency level.
Constituency executives.
The masses no.
Yeah. Polling station for
absolutely. But no, you see, they are more eager to talk. They will talk openly than the regional and the constituency executives.
Inti no say, and you do the questioning on phone, via phone.
Yes.
And you're face to face.
Phone. So it's very convenient. And we can call on the average about 500 delegates a day, if you want. Yes.
Okay, let's take it this way. The very last one now, what the results a buy, more conduct a survey of between which time?
29th December and 23rd January.
29th December to 23rd January. That should be almost 1 month. In the event, it's about 3 weeks.
Yes.
And I'm only here, say, Jumano.
Correct.
Delegates saying I'm only on Kasai.
In every week, 2,500 delegates.
Every week. 2,500 delegates.
Every week.
And a spread net saying across the country, like every constituency.
It is first because the focus of the survey is national.
Yes.
So you don't pay so much attention to the constituencies.
Okay.
So the samples, it's the regions, Then the system is built, say, okay, we have allocated 2,100 to Greater Accra. So randomly, go to Greater Accra and pick any delegate from anywhere.
Okay.
So we have no control over who we even call.
Who you call.
And I randomly, it will pick from constituency now or in that order. So we'll say ABR, the latest one, let's say Ablukumanova. Most of the interviews, we say maybe 150.
Yes.
Now another one, next one, maybe 110. So it will do that proportionately across the constituency in Greater Accra.
Oh. And not just say for this particular one now, within 3 weeks, delegates from across the country, like every constituency. And yes,
we at the end of the count, you check here, amount for
okay.
Out of the 276, only 4 were missing.
Only 4 constituencies were missing.
So when I speak, I knew, say, we have covered almost everywhere.
Yes, and the same way so and I where do you put there? Young Canasa Musa Damqua. Minsama on so de go about this agyapong can opel on pill obelusu. Enti opel on pill lose no dear. Ayane dear. Abusa for bomb man say enche ye the Dr. Bawumia interview baba yene the upper east MPP regional communications officer. I yene no ebehia wo ha adi nkomo e wo platform we so Intima nkoba biya na train. I meka anyibisa anyamba Peter. Ono ene anybody nkomo. Enti uo hai video no esa na wisi maba life we na wa join e ho na interview ankasa beba so. Yanto asire enko na me so se subscribe ya na wa subscribe no don sa asia do man so da bia me ba life wa. Wisi maba na wa be ka me ho na edi dwumade na brew. Yanto asone enko yanim. Ye ko yanim ane ye ko Asensu Boache the constituency of Bantama. Asensu nso achechre Canada Japan. How far? Ewo abra one as a Bantama constituents, especially Bantama delegates Asia. And sama sabio Asensu Boache nso ekaye anyway. Yentie na yensamra studio.
Abra ye to abani wie no. Na yakeka nsem pii. Bebre na ekoso. Me ohana me first vice chairman. Na wa frame wo phone so sa na onyame. The back master na me friend no na obai na me di nkomo. Asema a oka ni say. Say no ye say be ye ba akoyi the next presidential candidate. Na ono no 2023 na ye presidential candidate no. That time na was support to honorable Kendi agyapong. Na the all catch me say, "Ohwe Juma mabedi no constituency nim. Ono ana small kan. Ama enne ono as a party executive no. Na nim abanyam e won the area ama okasa obia nya ebuoma no no. Wontimi enhwe han. Na this time no, baby a me pesa me kono wondi machi. Into a Bible we say any pay you muti no. Why na me support no? Na ono so emeta mechi yen support no. Okan we ka chen say onya abutre if you say me decide if you say amoke kan sem bebre. Me de na me nim say omo call last time no. Ene omo yi omuti no. Ye ka obi a na adwumu do onim nyansa owa ho brase na wasua de na what the experience na owan hyehyeye pa e be create jobs e de Ghana be conscious empempenso bi a e de ahoto ene nkoso e be ba Ghana no na de menim ene Dr. Baumia enso so me inside dey pacho muntem ye me kansi asem so if you say na e bi ni ma sorry say despite all these credentials no o me say de ne ko biema yen win and I'm say okay say in the party no I set up a commission say election review committee yan hwehwem e kwan e fa so e winning because no munyina dey so bono and there are other independent election review committees so a yetiye omunyina e hwehwemu no obie no a ba conclusion say e Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ntina e lose aba no na yeye we nyina ewie no na aspirants bi egu so eka ni kromfo kra anto abama no ni kromfo kra ampe no na we show Dr. Baumia every northeast region and the constituency wale now the constituency there's also a twin constituency called Gambaga na Legu Gambaga 2 twin constituencies on free. Traditionally, nanka ye NDC seats, any NDC region. Ye ko to abayi, say 2 constituencies ye free no. Ye winning nyina. Sa region na free no. Ye winning region no. In fact, it is the only regional niveaus, votes increase here. Ashanti region ye votes conform, Eastern region ye votes conform. Northeast region kwani regional the votes increase here. Until obi be job cast the crown for pena. Eya ne kra anya anya ne kra. Anya ne kra. E kontompo. Now the closest rival in this election, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. His own constituency, Asin Central, we lost in the 2024 election. And his own region, we lost the presidential. And so why not the crown for a panel? It's clear. Me politics abra of ataba me ho no me ka chere say me mfa makoma e na ye politics me de my dream inti ade figures no be ka chere me no eno na me de be ye adwuma enti me hu say eye nkontompo e no mutwa de tosu mienu omoso we Muslim tina Ghana fo anto aba ma no o man kasa in Shayesu constituency e wo Kumasi ha predominantly Christian community a catch for constituency pa. My friend and brother Stephen Amwa is the constituency, is the MP. On one case he's been champion in this narrative. Say Dr. Baumia Muslim unti. But Ukohe votes near to honor. Dr. Baumia as presidential candidate in a Muslim no, he got more votes than the MP parliamentary candidate now. Why Christian? That was Shayesu constituency. It will be a catch you say we Muslim tia. Wouldn't be arguing. Asin North, my good friend, he is a pastor, Reverend in Tim Fojo. In his own constituency, we also for Dr. Baumia votes Asin Woho. In Asin Central, where Honorable Kennedy Agyapong was the immediate past MP. No, it's a Muslim who became the MP in that constituency. It's where lies this argument to say, will be a Muslim, Yantu Abaman or Ghana. I also heard my very good friend, Brian Champon, no my argument to be said, Abujinapo, Ndamango, enya more votes as in Dr. Baumia, or Damango, and Tinintino, Dr. Baumia, a good candidate. Politics now, you know. It is the parliamentary candidate who drives the vote of the presidential candidate. Because me and me bantamano, me na me free her, me na yawo me ha, me na me work classmates, me busu for her. And me na say me lead campaign. And any strong parliamentary candidate biano will have more votes than the presidential candidate. Abujinapo in 2024 he got more votes than Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. In 2020, he got more votes than President Akufo-Addo. Would you say because Jinaponya more votes President Akufo-Addo wasn't a good candidate? Here in Bantama, as you know, I was born and bred and raised in this constituency. I got more votes than Dr. Baumia. I got more votes than President Akufo-Addo. But what is striking is that in the year 2020, Asin Central, President Akufo-Addo is from Chebi, he lives in Accra, but he got more votes than Honorable Kennedy Agyapong in Asin Central. Yes, and will be popular Ghana. You should know the statistics tell us exactly who is popular and they tell us exactly who is not popular in our country. But no more and I want to mommy, I'm gonna in popular. I said, no, now we'll say no. This weekend, my call a year bear 4. Baby, I'm a be a honorable. Muheye and a man you Dr. Baumia Flo. Muheye and a man you Dr. Baumia Flo. This weekend, me call churches. A small Biaka Methodist bishop. What chime as so. That is what everybody is saying. That is what everybody is saying. Me from a common air politics, me the my dream, baby, I don't want a penal. And then say Ghana Hano. Political party be no why mistake. Say Obia ya Tony Dadano. Nani opponent the new candidate Erbano. Now I cause at the hour turn it down. There be. In Pennsylvania, and this MPP, Drews and Peponswano, 2 times they repeated the candidate they had already marketed. They did that for Akufo-Addo, they did that for President Kufuor. And this is also Drews and Peponswano, 2 times they repeated Professor Atabos and they repeated John Dramani Mahama. Omunyina ekoji power my party. Now it will be the most unwise decision for the MPP to reject Dr. Baumia in the 2028 elections. And in this primary, did the most unwise decision. Now, Yebetua Ba, Obia, Person winning to Obia Kansem, and I promise is a cassia. A bibet me about, oh, Montumame, Mina met me a Juma Ba. Big right because I'm Montumame, me from constituency, me a Bantama boy. Mina me development, Baba, Yantibiana. In the last decade, in the last 2 decades or more, there is no political figure in this constituency. Ya wone ha, ya tetene ha. Na wasa free constituency nim. Na wabua ma bantma maba wane mantie enye adwuma aye. Na wadi mpuntuo, sefa sukuo, sefa roso, efa astrotefo, esin muamakoa bantma senso boachi. Nobody. And you know, any person, you know, me banner me kasa, as a sabutie me. This weekend, my friend man be a police station executive back where chairman, empatasie, Mr. Kobia Menfi. Now, Mr. Kobia, me no kasa yache. Me fro because of Saturday abay. Me here omwa. Who here see about yi Dr. Maumia a few ho. Osi asenso, me banon, me wan kasa mre. And ya me na we here, yana here omwa. Because soon now they mwa ba Batman constituency. And you kasa, as I say a teal. When you force the oppressed the car cover to Kono, Yana bro, and a person so you can see where money for chair. Makoka na have a beer. Many penifo beer kasa. The party has decided to retain Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now, Batman constituency, yentimi enyi ye home free. A penifo baby say, so I for see on Monsa, next on so and Sibia, Umore Wu, Mibuana, Batman constituency, Yan Trauma Emore Wu. That Mago for decided, sir, about to my Dr. Bawumia. Men share start to for, I decided, sir, about to my Bawumia. Ablekuma South, I decided, sir, about to my Bawumia. Jomoro constituency, I decided, sir, about to my Bawumia. Across the country, Batman constituency, ye be here one free one. Eti misremo Saturday abane ebetono ye po bia ye de no kwa Ganafo ebetono ye po bia ne kasa hote ye po bia owan is wadi hu what the idea baako eto forma e create 1 million jobs. We are not going to select the richest man in the country. The richest man select here and come more ballots in Kobia enko. And that is why in America, Elon Musk is not the president of America. Bill Gates is not the president of America. Warren Buffett is not the president of America. They give it to politicians. Bringing all the energies together. In Nigeria, Dangote and it told me Alumulon, they are not the one running for president. So what I say, and you will be bad because you me die say, you was say, and you know near Shisha. Sabi o sika na wo and gumi botom, and like anya abani ebetua, kwa ma asa obani ma bekasa. I have served an opposition leader in this country for 8 years. I have served a president of this country as deputy chief of staff, assistant to the president, and as his cabinet minister. I understand, I appreciate, meaning said the demands of the job of a president. And you'll be a president too. And that is why I mean you dimachino, mean say uncle president, because in his own Jumano. So we are president. We'll be with me a cast match. One way, if you don't have the emotional intelligence, you are too chankrano. One way about one. Yes. And someone person better and I better. You need a president not jumudo or what emotional intelligence. And yes, a president I cast them channel and no quarter radio so and say any crow what can't going on one more. But Bawumia has the emotional intelligence to lead this country. And to come If I'm trouble, say go for mommy, we are my father, I go moto. Enti asami etia. Misramo, ya kambi. Misramo, ya kambi. I'm expecting a good showing from you. Said the motu aba mame. Tambakaya. And Kofua. Munyina mudi adanse adwuma me baya no constituency. En Kofua omukofo obi ba so metumi. Obi omde ne ba no na constituency akra no anto aba wa hada. Wonye development bia wa hada. Mpuntu osem bia de any na akwam obantima. Enso omukofo ane ba. Omukofo ane ba ya olusu ye no. Yente no ho pampan wo ba bia. Enti no sankamu ye mistake and kamu yi mi free wa and then kan kwan ya no constituency nyina no e kama hwe ni nyina. I don't want you to make that same mistake because nyankopon will be papa bia wa hyehyɛ what they bring Ghana they be back constituency and that person is Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and then nyankopon de mamu madam mamu nyina ma sese matie mu kugudu.
Yes, asensupo na fire ho ase ho e de amaye no na ye de mo besia na ya sen aba sesia enche bia ye ba be call life a ye ne ibra panyini ba ko e na ba be ye interview me da mo nyina se de mo bre ye be san ahia akra mo nyina Mr. Anthony Mechia pa da wase.